Continuing our exploration of quantum body and quantum reality, and going a little bit more into the details, let's summarize some of the things I've said here and there in bits and pieces and see if we can make sense of everything I've been saying. And maybe we can't. So, first of all, as humans, as far as we know, we are the only species that asks ourselves questions like, what is the nature of reality? Where did I come from? Why am I here? What is the meaning of my existence? Is there any purpose to life? What happens to me after death, so-called death? Does God exist? And if God does exist, then why should he, it, she care about me? After all, billions of people have come and gone before us. And also, we're just a little speck of dust, as I've said, in an ordinary galaxy with a small solar system somewhere in the junkyard of infinity. So we're not even a mound of sand, let's say, in all the beaches of the universe. On that mound is a species, Homo sapiens, that is not even the equivalent of a grain of sand in all the beaches of the universe or the planet. Now, we are also told there are 2 trillion galaxies, 700 sextillion stars, 700 followed by 21 zeros, 700 sextillion stars, and uncountable trillions of planets. And yet we still have these questions somehow. We worry about our existence. So there is something definitely different about the human species since we ask these questions. I've been a student of Kashmir Shaivism and Vedanta and the non-dual traditions of India and the East. And according to these traditions, human suffering is the result of not knowing, number one, the true nature of reality. Number two, grasping and clinging at experience, which is ungraspable. Every thought, every dream, every perception, even our changing body, changing mind, all ungraspable. That's number two cause of suffering, human suffering. Number three is recoiling from the ungraspable. Number four is assuming a provisional identity that is subject to birth and death. And of course, number five, the fear of death. The non-dual traditions also tell us that once we know the nature of fundamental reality and our own nature, then these conundrums disappear, so to speak. And these traditions claim that we and the universe are formless awareness, and that observers and observed are born in every perception, along with the idea that matter is not real. These are central tenets of the non-dual traditions, including Advaita and Kashmir Shaivism, and it requires a little bit of unpacking. So let me do this for you today. Formless awareness. This refers to the underlying unchanging reality that transcends individual consciousness and the limitations of the human mind or any mind. It's often described as pure consciousness, Brahman or Atman. Non-dual traditions argue that this formless awareness is also the essence of our individual selves, but obscured by the illusion of separation. In this model, observer and observed, the perception of subject and object Self and the world is seen as a mental construct, a product of the limited and conditioned mind. Non dual wisdom teaches that in the ultimate reality of formless awareness, there is no inherent separation between the subject of experience and the object of experience, the observer and the observed, the seer and the scenery, the knower and the known. Every perception, each perception, is a temporary arising within the one unified consciousness. And then finally, the concept that matter is not real. This requires careful understanding. Non dual traditions don't deny the existence of the phenomenal world or the experience of what we call matter. They emphasize, however, that matter as we perceive it, is not an independent reality, but rather a manifestation of the one formless awareness as perceptual activity. So, what we call matter is human perceptual activity, the alchemy of sensations, hardness, softness, texture, sound, taste, smell, form, color. And so, matter is really a play of energy, but not even that, an alchemy of sensations like waves arising from the ocean, which ultimately cannot be separated from the ocean itself. So these ideas are not easy to comprehend unless you are engaged in a regular practice of meditation, transcendence, inquiry, higher order reasoning, and something called the direct method. Because to the ordinary mind, these concepts are often paradoxical and defy conventional logic. They are best approached through personal contemplation and practice, including all the things I mentioned: meditation, direct inquiry, higher order reasoning, reflective inquiry, and so on. So these concepts are also part of the teachings of the Upanishads and Adi Shankara's commentaries and Abhinava Gupta's writings on Kashmir Shaivism, and also contemporary teachers like Ramana Maharishi and Nisargadatta Maharaj. So once again, nothing new about these ideas, but in order to grasp them, we have to be obsessed with what we yearn for, knowing true reality. Okay, so now let's answer the basic questions. Who am I? What am I? I think the best answer is I'm the awareness of existence. I'm formless awareness, knowing myself as the universe. Number two question, what do I want? I want to experience my infinite nature and be free of the constructs of birth and death. What is my purpose? For me, I can say my purpose is healing, the return to wholeness, not only for myself, but for everyone. And then, final question, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I exist, that I have the awareness of existence, which is beyond space and time and not subject to birth and death, that I am home. That's what I'm grateful for. So reflect on these ideas and let me know what you think. Quantum body is the body of the universe. Quantum mind is the mind of the universe. And quantum consciousness is the formless awareness in which mind, body, and universe arise and subside as an alchemy of sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, which are modified expressions of the infinite formless, which is you and me. Aham Brahmasmi. Give me your feedback.